Hey everyone, welcome back to English Daily Podcast, your place to learn real English through fun, everyday conversations. Let's get started.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another lesson with us here at English Pod. My name is Marco,
And I'm Erica.
and today we're going back to school.
That's right. We're talking about my least favorite subject.
That would be math.
That's right.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about math. Now, I know that many of you, of course, know math,
Right.
but do you know the operations in English?
Many people find it hard to find the right words to talk about math in English.
Right? So that's what we're going to be looking at today.
And we'll also look at some names that you can call people who are really, really, really smart.
So let's listen to our dialogue for the first time, and then we'll come back and look at those math words.
All right, children, let's review. Tommy, pay attention.
Sorry, Miss Cadillac.
Okay, Crystal, now tell me. What's 4 plus 11?
15.
Miss Cadillac always asks Crystal. She's such a teacher's pet.
Okay, and what about 56 minus 60?
Negative 4.
Very good. 12 times 12?
Very good. Suck up.
144.
0 divided by 1?
0.
How did you know that? Okay, smarty pants, the square root of 2.
Bet you're not going to get that one, know-it-all.
1.4, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 5.
All right, so that's one smart little girl, huh?
Yeah, pretty smart. Actually, smarter than me in math.
All right, so let's take a look at some of those words that the teacher used to ask her about certain operations in language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Okay, so like we said, you guys know how to do math and you know the words in your language, but maybe in English it's a little bit harder to find the right word. So let's look at those now.
Okay, so let's look at the first question that she asked. What's 4 plus 11?
4 plus 11.
Okay, plus.
Plus.
All right, so 4 plus 11, Erica, is?
Let me take a look at here. 15.
15. Okay, so we are adding, right?
Yes.
So that's how you would say. Let's go with an easy one. 2 plus 2.
4.
4, right?
Yep.
Or 5 plus 5.
10.
10. Okay.
You're really testing my skills.
So that's how you would add numbers.
Now, what about taking away numbers?
Okay. So taking away or subtracting. All right, let's test you again. In the dialogue, she said 56 minus 60.
56 minus 60 equals negative 4.
Okay, minus. So that's negative, right?
Minus.
So, and of course, if you have 56 apples and you take away 60, you're left with
Negative 4.
negative
Well,
4.
actually, you're left with 0 apples.
Yeah, exactly. Now, that answer is also interesting. Negative 4.
Negative 4.
That means minus 4, right?
4 less than 0.
4 less than 0. Very good. Negative 4. Okay, so now for our next operation. 12 times 12.
12 times 12.
12 times 12.
Now, Marco, don't ask me the answer.
All right, 12 times 12 equals 144. Now, that's multiplying.
Right, or multiplication.
Multiplication. Okay, so this times part is very easy to remember because, for example, 4 times 4. You can just say 4, the number 4, and you add it, right?
4 times.
4 times. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4.
Right, so times.
Times. Uh-huh.
Now, the opposite of times.
All right, the opposite of multiplication is division.
Division.
Okay, so in our dialogue, the teacher said 0 divided by 1.
0 divided by 1.
0 divided by 1. Any number divided by 0 is 0.
All right, so let's give another example. 15 divided by 3.
All right, so 15 divided by 3 equals
5.
5. Exactly.
So divided by.
Divided by. Very good. So after division, the teacher was very impressed, and now she asked a very hard mathematical operation, especially for a girl of this age. The square root of 2.
The square root of.
Square root.
So let's give some examples to show what is the square root.
Okay. So if I ask you the square root of 9.
3.
3, right?
Yes.
What about the square root of 4?
2.
2. Okay. So now one more. The square root of 16.
4.
4. Okay, so you notice the pattern, right? And I'm sure everyone knows this in their own language, how you would get a square root.
Exactly. So this language is pretty simple. You all know it in your own language, but let's hear it again in English one more time with the dialogue.
All right, children, let's review. Tommy, pay attention.
Sorry, Miss Cadillac.
Okay, Crystal, now tell me. What's 4 plus 11? 15.
Miss Cadillac always asks Crystal. She's such a teacher's pet.
Okay, and what about 56 minus 60? Negative 4. Very good. 12 times 12?
Very good. Suck up.
144. 0 divided by 1?
0.
How did you know that? Okay, smarty pants. The square root of 2.
Bet you're not going to get that one, know-it-all.
1.4142135.
Okay, so we understand the mathematical operations that we saw here. Very easy. But now there was another little kid in there who was very, I think, envious or jealous.
Yeah, Tommy.
Tommy, right? So he called her a couple of different names.
Well, let's look at those now in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Okay, so the first one that he called Crystal, the little girl, he called her a teacher's pet.
Teacher's pet.
Teacher's pet.
A teacher's pet.
So, Erica, what exactly is a teacher's pet?
It is the favorite student the teacher has in that class.
All right, so it's always the student that's helping the teacher.
Yeah, the smartest student.
Yeah. The teacher's pet.
Yeah, and it has a negative meaning in English.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's a good thing to be the teacher's pet.
Like the teacher thinks it's good.
Yeah.
But all of the friends and the classmates, they think it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. Teacher's pet.
And similar to teacher's pet is a suck up.
Suck up.
Suck up.
Again, suck up. What is this? What is a suck up?
A suck up is a person who tries really, really hard to make the teacher like him.
Okay, now we can also use it outside of the classroom, right?
Yeah, at work, maybe.
Okay, there is always at work, there is always one person who's the suck up, right?
Yes. Now, again, this has a negative meaning in English.
Yeah, I guess in the workplace, the rest of your colleagues don't really like that person who's considered to be the suck up, who's always trying to please the boss.
Exactly.
All right.
All right, so the teacher calls Crystal a smarty pants.
Smarty pants.
Smarty pants.
Okay, so this is also a little name calling, right? So what is a smarty pants?
Somebody who is too smart.
Too smart.
Who tries too hard to be smart.
Now, this is only for little kids, right? I wouldn't call you a smarty pants. Right?
No, it's definitely for children. Adults don't say this.
Unless maybe you are joking or having fun with someone.
Yeah, but if you say it, you are suggesting that you're being like a child.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, smarty pants. And our last one, and this is also a very good phrase and a way to describe someone. Know-it-all.
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 A know-it-all.
Sometimes you say Mr. Know-it-all, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so what is a know-it-all?
Somebody who tries to show everyone that they know it all.
They know everything.
Yeah, they're so smart.
They have the answers to everything.
But they really, really try and show everyone that they know everything.
These people can be sometimes a little bit irritating, right?
Yeah, very, very annoying.
Annoying.
Yeah.
All right, so it's not a good thing to be a know-it-all all the time.
Yeah, actually, all of these phrases are not good things to be.
Okay, so let's listen to our dialogue one more time, and then we're gonna come back and Erica's gonna tell us how much she hates math.
All right, children, let's review. Tommy, pay attention.
Sorry, Miss Cadillac.
Okay, Crystal, now tell me. What's 4 plus 11?
15.
Miss Cadillac always asks Crystal. She's such a teacher's pet.
Okay, and what about 56 minus 60?
-4.
Very good. 12 times 12?
Very good. Suck up.
144.
0 divided by 1?
0.
How did you know that? Okay, smarty pants. The square root of 2.
Bet you're not going to get that one, know-it-all.
1.4, 1.4, 2, 135.
All right, so Erica, you were telling me that you hated math, or you still do.
Well, yes, that's true. I really do hate math. And even doing a simple, like 16 plus 32 is too hard for me.
So you were never really that type of person that's good with numbers.
No, I'm terrible with numbers. I can't even remember my own phone number.
Really?
That's true. Like, I really, if someone asks me for my phone number, I have to look on my phone in the address book to find it.
Well, yeah, sometimes numbers can be difficult. I kind of liked math when I was younger. It just made sense. So.
Well, I guess there's a reason why I'm an English teacher and not a math teacher.
And I was actually not very good at language.
But here you are.
Exactly. Well, I mean, in Spanish, I like grammar.
Oh.
Not very good at that, all those rules.
Yeah, but you're pretty good at English, so that's all right with me.
That's all right.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Tell us what your favorite subject or your least favorite subject in school was. What about you? Do you have any favorite subject? Or did you have a favorite subject?
History.
History.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I liked chemistry for a while.
Oh, God. Chemistry involves numbers.
Well, a little bit, but it was interesting as well.
Hey, what's your favorite subject?
Probably math. What about you?
Really? Mine's history. Why math?
I like solving problems. It feels like a puzzle.
That's interesting. I've always found math hard.
A lot of people do, but it's fun once you get it.
What's your favorite part of math?
Geometry, I think. I like working with shapes.
I was terrible at geometry. Too many formulas.
True, but they make sense if you practice.
I'm better at basic math, like addition and subtraction.
That's a good start. Math builds on itself, you know.
Yeah, but algebra? No way.
Algebra's not so bad. It's just like solving a riddle.
I don't know. Letters with numbers. Too confusing.
It confused me at first, too. Then I practiced more.
Do you ever get stuck on math problems?
All the time. But I try not to give up.
What do you do when you're stuck?
I go step by step or ask the teacher.
That makes sense. Maybe I should try that.
You should. Math is easier with a little help.
Maybe I'll give it another chance.
You should. Who knows, you might end up liking it.
Maybe, but history's still my favorite.
Fair enough. We all have different favorites.
True. Hey, wanna help me with math sometime?
Sure, let's do it after school.
Great. Thanks.
No problem. Let's make math less scary.
School, the foundation of education and life. School is one of the most important institutions in any society. It is the place where children, teenagers, and even adults come to learn not just academic subjects, but also life lessons. Schools help shape individuals, strengthen communities, and prepare people for the future. What is the purpose of school? The main purpose of school is to provide education. But education is more than just reading textbooks or taking tests. It includes developing knowledge in subjects like science, history, and language, improving skills like critical thinking, communication, and teamwork, building character, learning values such as honesty, kindness, and respect. Social development, interacting with classmates teaches empathy, cooperation, and leadership. A good school helps students become well-rounded individuals, not just good students, but also responsible and thoughtful members of society. What subjects are taught in school? Subjects vary depending on the country and grade level, but here are some common ones. Mathematics, logical thinking, problem solving, and everyday calculations. Science, exploring nature, health, space, energy, and the environment. Languages, reading, writing, grammar, and learning how to express ideas clearly. History, learning about the past helps us understand the present and avoid mistakes. Geography, understanding the world, countries, and how people live. Art and music, creativity, expression, and cultural appreciation. Physical education, sports, movement, and health awareness. In many modern schools, students also learn computer skills, mental health awareness, and even financial literacy. Who works in a school? Teachers, educators who guide, support, and inspire students. Principals and administrators. They manage the school and make sure everything runs smoothly. Counselors. They help students with personal issues, career choices, and mental well-being.
Support staff. People who take care of the school, like librarians, cafeteria workers, and cleaners. All of these roles are important in creating a safe and positive learning environment. A day in the life at school. A typical school day usually includes morning assembly or announcements, several classes with different subjects, a lunch break or snack time, group work or activities. Sometimes sports, music, or club activities. Homework or assignments to take home. Students also take exams to test their understanding, and many schools celebrate events like sports day, cultural festivals, or graduation ceremonies. The role of school in society. Schools don't just help individuals, they help entire countries move forward. Educated citizens are more likely to get better jobs, make informed decisions, stay healthy, contribute to peace and development. That's why access to quality education for all is one of the United Nations goals for a better world. Final thoughts. School is more than just a building or a schedule. It's a place of growth where students gain knowledge, make friends, explore their passions, and learn how to be responsible, caring people. Even though every school may be different, they all share one goal: to help learners become the best version of themselves. Whether you loved school or found it hard, it's a stepping stone in everyone's journey.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. Go over what has been learned.
Review.
Add.
Plus.
The student a teacher likes best.
Teacher's pet.
Take away. Subtract.
Minus.
To multiply.
Times.
A person who always tries to make the teacher or boss like him or her.
Suck up.
Separate to some parts.
Divided by.
A person who tries to show he is so smart.
Smarty pants.
The number obtained when a number is multiplied by itself.
Square root.
I think something is likely to happen.
I'll bet.
The person claims or pretends to know everything.
Know it all.
A math problem where each side is equal.
Equation.
A mathematical process such as adding, multiplying, subtracting, etc.
Operation.
The process of adding a number to itself a certain number of times.
Multiplication.
The process of adding two numbers together.
Addition.
The process of taking one number away from another.
Subtraction.
The process of dividing something into parts.
Division.
Let's try that faster. The number obtained when a number is multiplied by itself.
Square root.
The process of dividing something into parts.
Division.
A person who tries to show he is so smart.
Smarty pants.
A math problem where each side is equal.
Equation.
To multiply.
Times.
Take away. Subtract.
Minus.
The student a teacher likes best.
Teacher's pet.
Go over what has been learned.
Review.
Add.
Plus.
I think something is likely to happen.
I'll bet.
The process of adding a number to itself a certain number of times.
Multiplication.
The person claims or pretends to know everything.
Know it all.
A person who always tries to make the teacher or boss like him or her.
Suck up.
Separate to some parts.
Divided by.
The process of taking one number away from another.
Subtraction.
A mathematical process such as adding, multiplying, subtracting, etc.
Operation.
The process of adding two numbers together.
Addition.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Plus. Everyone knows that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Plus. We need 5 tickets plus an extra one for John. Plus. I have $2,000 in my bank account plus an extra $500 under my bed. Minus. The ticket costs $100 minus a 10% discount. Minus. I don't understand this. Do you know what 1 minus 1 equals? Minus. There were 5 cans of tuna here minus 2 that I ate this morning. Where are the rest? Divided by. To solve this problem, you'll need to divide the number of days in a year by the number of days worked. Divided by. I weigh 140 pounds, so if I divide that by 2.2, I will know my weight in kilograms. Divided by. I don't think we have enough food. We only have 2 pizzas and we need to divide them by 20 people. Mommy, everyone at school says I'm a teacher's pet. There was a kid that used to bring my teacher an apple every day. He was such a teacher's pet. I always hated the kid that was the teacher's pet. He would always get more attention. Suck up. We have a colleague at work who's the biggest suck up. He's always being nice to our boss. Suck up. I hate it when someone tries to suck up to you just because you work with Britney Spears. Suck up. There is a job opening next month for a managerial position. I think I'm going to have to act like a suck up to get that job.
Thanks for listening. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next episode. Hey everyone, welcome back to English Daily Podcast, your place to learn real English through fun, everyday conversations. Let's get started.
Hello, English learners. Welcome back to another lesson here at English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine. Hello, everyone. Today, Marco, what are we talking about?
Well, today we are not really in the best mood.
What do you mean?
We're kind of sad. We're kind of nervous. We're not feeling very well. Yeah, it's a cloudy day. Maybe that's why.
The blues.
The blues. So yeah, that's what we're talking about today. We're gonna have a lot of different descriptive words to express maybe feeling sad, or maybe you're angry, or you're nervous, or something like that.
Okay, well, this is a very useful lesson. Hopefully you're not feeling this way, but if you have to talk about someone who is, I've got lots of words for you. But first, we're going to preview a couple in today's vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
All right, so today on vocabulary preview, we're going to look at 2 words. And the first one is a way of saying that you feel sad. So basically, I'm feeling down.
Okay, down. You might have heard this before because it's the opposite of the word up.
Exactly.
So you're not feeling up, happy, looking up. You're feeling down. This is another word for sad, like Marco said.
Or you can also say, I'm a bit down today, right?
Yeah, I'm a bit down today. Or you look really down. Are you okay?
Yeah, so you look sad. Are you? Is everything okay? So down. So now another feeling or a way that a person is feeling, maybe that person is grouchy.
Would you please stop talking so loud, Marco?
I think you have...
I'm seriously.
Don't be grouchy, Catherine. Jeez.
No, so grouchy is a way someone acts, usually when they're in a bad mood.
Right. So it's not like really angry. You're not angry, but you're not very happy either.
And you're not very nice to people. So there's a very famous TV character called Oscar the Grouch on Sesame Street. Look for him on YouTube or Yoku. And he's very, very good for learning about this feeling, grouchy, because he's a grouchy guy.
Yeah, he's always angry or never happy, basically.
Right, he's always complaining about something. So that word again is grouchy.
All right, so after taking a look at these 2 words, we're ready now to listen to our dialogue for the first time. Let's see what this dialogue is about, if maybe they're grouchy or maybe just sad.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Carrie, are you okay? You seem a bit down.
I just got off the phone with my boyfriend. He's always getting upset and losing his temper over nothing. It's so hard to talk to him at times.
Maybe it's just that he's stressed out from working or something. He does have a pretty nerve-wracking job, you know.
Yeah, but he's always in a really foul mood. I tried to find out what's bothering him, or get him to talk about his day, but he always shuts down and brushes me off.
Men are like that, you know. They can feel nervous, anxious, or on edge, And the only way they can express it is by trying to hide it through aggressiveness.
I guess you're right. What do you think I should do? He wasn't always this grouchy, you know.
Talk to him, try to cheer him up when he's down, and if that doesn't work, I say get rid of him and get a new one.
You are something else, you know that.
All right, so two girls talking about guys. I guess guys have a bad temper sometimes, right?
I think anyone can have a bad temper, but we're talking today about one of the boyfriend of one of these girls who has a very bad temper and has been very grouchy recently.
And that's why she's feeling a bit down. So let's take a look at those words now in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right, so in today's language takeaway, we've got some wonderful words for you. Words that are very good for describing stress or having anxiety. And the first of these words is something you hear all the time, especially with young people.
Right, somebody is stressed out.
Oh my gosh, Marco, I'm so stressed out. I have 10 homework assignments to do and softball practice, and my mom wants me to help cook dinner tonight.
Wow, you really are stressed out.
I am. Well, I don't have any homework, and I don't live with my mom. But being stressed out is usually something you feel when you have too much stuff to do.
So maybe you can be stressed out because of school, like in your case, or maybe at work you have a lot of things to do or a project to finish, right?
Exactly. And I just want to point out here that you can say I'm stressed or I'm feeling stressed. But commonly in spoken English, so when you're talking to your friends, you hear this much more often, stressed out.
Stressed out. He's really stressed out lately. All right. So we're stressed out, or another word that kind of means the same is, this is nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking. So nerves are those things in our body that help us feel things, right? And so something that racks our nerves makes us very, very tense, very anxious, very uncomfortable.
Okay, so it makes you very nervous.
Right. So there are some movies that are nerve-wracking. For example, suspense movies like Hitchcock's movies like Psycho or The Birds.
Or like horror, like maybe Saw.
Ooh, nerve-wracking. Also, some people think that roller coasters are nerve-wracking. They're very, very anxious when they ride roller coasters.
Right. So let's listen to a couple of more examples of in different situations where we can use this phrase nerve-wracking.
How was your presentation today?
Oh, it was so nerve-wracking.
Really? What happened?
Just standing in front of so many people made my hands shake.
I get that. Public speaking can be nerve-wracking for sure.
Yeah, and then my slides wouldn't load at first.
Oh no. That must have made it worse.
It did. Waiting for the tech guy to fix it was the most nerve-wracking part.
I can imagine. Did it go okay after that?
Kind of. But I kept thinking I'd forget what to say.
That's tough. Did anyone notice?
Probably not, but it felt like they could. It was just so nerve-wracking.
Well, at least it's over now. You survived.
Barely. But honestly, it's a huge relief.
Next time, it won't feel as nerve-wracking. You'll get the hang of it.
I hope so. I need to work on staying calm.
And there's another way to describe this feeling. Again, it's a little bit different, but very, very similar. We can say someone is feeling on edge.
On edge. So this person was feeling on edge, but what does that mean exactly? You're like at the edge?
Why do you have to ask so many questions? Okay, listen. This is basic. Okay, Marco?
All right, all right.
Are you mocking me?
On edge today.
All right,
Wow.
so someone who is on edge is easily angered, right? So it's very easy to make this person upset or angry. Someone who just quit smoking might be on edge. That means it's very, very easy to get them to be upset.
Wow. So yeah, you are on edge, right?
Exactly. He's on edge, or he seems on edge, doesn't he?
Okay, very good. Wow, these three words that we've just looked at are really interesting and very, very useful. I guess you can describe many different situations or a person that's going through these feelings, right?
Absolutely. I think there is 1,000 ways to describe being nervous or anxious or upset. So maybe we should take another listen to today's dialogue and figure out how exactly we use these words. And when we come back, we'll be talking about some other phrases that are useful.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Carrie, are you okay? You seem a bit down.
I just got off the phone with my boyfriend. He's always getting upset and losing his temper over nothing. It's so hard to talk to him at times.
Maybe it's just that he's stressed out from working or something. He does have a pretty nerve-wracking job, you know.
Yeah, but he's always in a really foul mood. I tried to find out what's bothering him or get him to talk about his day, but he always shuts down and brushes me off.
Men are like that, you know. They can feel nervous, anxious, or on edge, and the only way they can express it is by trying to hide it through aggressiveness.
I guess you're right. What do you think I should do? He wasn't always this grouchy, you know.
Talk to him, try to cheer him up when he's down, and if that doesn't work, I say get rid of him and get a new one.
You are something else, you know that.
All right, great. So now that we're back, we can start with a couple of different phrases now on Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
All right, so Marco, here's the big question. What makes you lose your temper?
I think what makes me lose my temper very, very easily is like a dirty house or like a dirty room.
Really? You're a neat freak.
Not really neat freak, but like if it's not at least semi-clean, you know, it really bothers me.
Okay, so this great phrase, lose your temper or lose one's temper, is a phrase we use in English to describe getting angry. All right, so maybe you're okay, you're a little frustrated with something, but someone does something like throws all of their clothes on the floor. And Marco here says, oh, that's it. I'm tired of this. You're always throwing your clothes on the floor. And that's an example of Marco losing his temper.
What about you? What makes you lose your temper?
You hear this?
What is that? Oh, drilling? Construction?
When
hammering?
people tap, 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 or when they like stomp their feet, or
like when they're nervous.
When they make noise, yeah. And so slowly it's like, okay, fine, calm down. It's okay. Okay, no, seriously, stop it. Seriously. And then all of a sudden, I just can't stand it anymore.
You explode.
Exactly, so.
All right, so that's what makes you lose your temper. I'll be sure to keep my eye out for that and not tap my pen.
Don't.
All right, so, okay, you lose your temper, and now there are situations sometimes where you need to brush someone off.
All right, or when you get brushed off, and that's not very good feeling. But this phrase, to brush someone off, you've heard the word brush before. It's the word that we use to brush your hair or brush your teeth, exactly. When you brush someone off, it's like saying that you're ignoring them.
Yeah, so you ignore them or you basically tell them to go away very subtly sometimes or very directly.
Exactly. And so to brush someone off is to avoid their company. And so a lot of times when people are angry, they like to be alone, so they brush you off. Mm-hmm. So I could say, hey, did you want to go see that movie tonight?
No, I can't. I have to do something tonight.
And then Marco walks away while we're talking. He's brushing me off. He's ignoring me.
Yeah. So it happens. And also maybe some people can make up excuses, and that's also brushing someone off, right?
Right, exactly. So to brush someone off or he brushed me off doesn't feel good.
All right. And well, all of these bad feelings, brushing somebody off, maybe you feel stressed out. In the end, you always need a good friend to cheer you up, right? And that's what this dialogue is all about.
Exactly. And so friends are actually the people that do that the best, or family, I think. And, we can break this phrase down because most of it's pretty clear. But cheer might be a new word for some of our listeners.
Yeah, maybe we've heard of the term cheerleader. You know, like, give me an A, give me a B.
Hey.
So
or
cheer, or people
cheers.
Cheering. Or cheers when the
Same
beer,
thing.
yeah.
So cheer is like happiness. So someone who can cheer you up is someone who makes you happy. Remember
again.
that down we had earlier? I'm feeling down. We're trying to cheer someone up. We're trying to make them go up and be happy.
Exactly. So you want to cheer up your friends, or maybe if you're feeling a bit down, a family member will try and cheer you up.
Do you need someone to cheer you up, Marco?
Yes, I do.
Well, let's go have a drink and eat some popcorn and be cheered up.
That's what cheers me up. Or chocolate always cheers me up.
Oh, I know where there's some of that.
All right, so we've taken a look at a lot of great phrases, but the last sentence of the dialogue is maybe a little bit strange, right? When she says, You are something else. You know that?
Something what? Like
Is she an
monkey?
alien? Is she a monkey? What does she mean when she says you are something else?
That's a great question. Well, this might be a little bit hard to understand at first, but she's saying, I can't believe you. She's like, there's no one like you. You're really something else, you know that? So it's kind of like a joke, but what she's saying is, I can't believe you. You just want to go on and encourage me to find another boy. You're unbelievable.
So it could be, is it on a positive note or can it be both positive and negative?
Well, here we've got two friends who are using it, so it's a positive note, but she's kind of making fun of her, saying, I can't believe you. But it can be
Negative.
It
like
can be
if
more
you're
negative.
Fighting with her boyfriend and her boyfriend cheats on her and she's like, oh, you're really something else, you know?
You are something else. You know that? It's like, there's no comparison. You're the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it really depends on how this is used and what the tone of voice is, so how someone says it. But in this case, I think it's kind of a joke, but it's a positive
Right.
meaning.
Very interesting. It's very spoken English, as you say, because all the words that we see there, they're pretty simple, but the context or the connotation, the meaning is very, very different from the actual words, right?
Exactly.
All right, so let's listen to this dialogue for the last time, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Carrie, are you okay? You seem a bit down.
I just got off the phone with my boyfriend. He's always getting upset and losing his temper over nothing. It's so hard to talk to him at times.
Maybe it's just that he's stressed out from working or something. He does have a pretty nerve-wracking job, you know.
Yeah, but he's always in a really foul mood. I tried to find out what's bothering him, or get him to talk about his day, but he always shuts down and brushes me off.
Men are like that, you know. They can feel nervous, anxious, or on edge, and the only way they can express it is by trying to hide it through aggressiveness.
I guess you're right. What do you think I should do? He wasn't always this grouchy, you know.
Talk to him, try to cheer him up when he's down, and if that doesn't work, I say get rid of him and get a new one.
You are something else, you know that.
So, Catherine, are you a grouchy person? Are you happy? Do you have a bad temper?
Oh, these are, well, very interesting questions, Marco. Thank you for asking. No, the first time, am I grouchy? No, not very. Only before 9 a.m.
You're not a morning person.
Not a morning person, so I'm very grouchy in the morning. But I'm generally pretty good about losing my temper. It doesn't happen very often.
Oh, really?
But I do get frustrated with things like tapping or when people eat with their mouth open.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. I hate that as well.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Or I really don't like when people bite their nails.
Ooh,
it's kind of, it also makes me lose my temper. I don't know, it more than makes me lose my temper, it's kind of annoying, right?
It is annoying. So what makes you really lose your temper? We say, what makes you blow your top? Think about a volcano.
Really grinds my gears.
Yeah.
I would say the worst is when somebody lies to me, like straight in
man.
my face. Like, I know they're lying, I know you're lying, and they still just lie straight at me.
I agree. So what's something that really cheers you up? Because we talked about like going out with a friend maybe helps you cheer up. But is there one thing, some kind of remedy?
I like to go shopping when I'm feeling
Really?
a bit sad. Yeah. I mean, I won't buy anything like clothes or anything like that. Usually I'll get maybe something for somebody else or for the house or something like that. It's very strange.
Helps you like clear your mind.
Yeah, it's just like walking around and spending a little bit of money. I don't know. It's kind of a good remedy.
Yeah, I think so.
What about you? What cheers you up?
I kind of like to organize things.
Really?
Yeah. So if I'm really angry or really upset about something, I'll alphabetize all of my books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so A to Z.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. Feeling sad, not happy.
Down in the dumps.
Sad or unhappy.
Down.
Having sad feelings or emotions.
Have the blues.
To feel very worried or anxious.
Stress out.
To fluster, unnerve.
Rattled.
Causing a person to feel very nervous.
Nerve-wracking.
Makes me angry, upsets me.
Grinds my gears.
Refuse to talk about something with someone.
Brush me off.
Upset, very angry.
Pissed off.
To make someone happier.
Cheer up.
Let's try that faster. Causing a person to feel very nervous.
Nerve-wracking.
Sad or unhappy.
Down.
Having sad feelings or emotions.
Have the blues.
Refuse to talk about something with someone.
Brush me off.
Upset, very angry.
Pissed off.
Feeling sad, not happy.
Down in the dumps.
To fluster, unnerve.
Rattled.
Makes me angry, upsets me.
Grinds my gears.
To make someone happier.
Cheer up.
To feel very worried or anxious.
Stress out.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Down. Ben is feeling a bit down today since his girlfriend broke up with him. Down. Are you okay? You seem down today. Down. Whenever I'm feeling down, I go out with my friends and then I feel much better. Stress out. David has been really stressed out lately. His boss is putting a lot of pressure on him in his new job. Stress out. I can't talk right now. I'm stressed out about this exam I have tomorrow. If I don't pass it, my dad is going to kill me. Stress out. Are you okay? You seem to be really stressed out lately. What's going on? Nerve-wracking. I think being a doctor is one of the most nerve-wracking jobs in the world. Nerve-wracking. Skydiving was one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of my life. I almost had a heart attack. Nerve-wracking. The final match between Brazil and Italy was incredibly nerve-wracking. Brush me off. When she told me my project would be a better television film than a feature film, I thought she was brushing me off. Brush me off. I asked her out on a date many times, but she always brushed me off, making up some excuse. Brush me off. Carolyn went to the doctor without an appointment, and the receptionist brushed her off and told her to come back the next day. Cheer up. I hate it when people try to cheer me up when I feel sad. I just want to be left alone. Cheer up. I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything to cheer Mandy up, but she won't stop crying. Cheer up. You know what really cheers me up when I'm sad? Shopping.
Emotions, understanding how we feel. Emotions are a natural part of being human. They help us understand the world around us and how we react to different situations. Emotions can be strong or gentle, short or long-lasting. They guide our decisions, shape our relationships, and influence our actions every day. What are emotions? An emotion is a feeling we have in response to something that happens. For example, when something good happens, we may feel happy. When we lose something or someone, we may feel sad. If something scares us, we may feel afraid. When someone treats us unfairly, we may feel angry. If we achieve something, we might feel proud. These feelings are not right or wrong, they just are. Emotions are part of our inner world, and they tell us what matters to us. Different types of emotions. There are many types of emotions, but here are some of the most common. Happiness, a warm, positive feeling. It can come from spending time with loved ones, doing something you enjoy, or simply feeling thankful. Sadness, a heavy feeling that comes when things go wrong or when we experience loss.
She asked me to run to the mailroom and grab. It's okay to feel sad. It's part of healing. Anger, a strong emotion that shows something is wrong or unfair. If used in a healthy way, anger can help us stand up for ourselves. Fear, a warning signal. It helps us stay safe when we're in danger or unsure about something. Surprise, a sudden emotion that comes when something unexpected happens. It can be good or bad. Love, a deep feeling of care and connection, often shared with family, friends, or even pets. Why emotions matter. Emotions are important because they help us make choices. Emotions guide our actions. If something makes us feel good, we may want to do it again. If it makes us feel bad, we may want to avoid it. Understand others. When we notice how someone else feels, we can show care, kindness, or support. This is called empathy. Take care of ourselves. Recognizing our emotions can help us stay healthy in both body and mind. Managing emotions. Everyone feels different emotions, and that's normal. But sometimes emotions can feel too strong. When that happens, here are a few ways to manage them. Talk to someone you trust. Take deep breaths to calm your body. Write about how you feel in a journal. Exercise or go for a walk to release tension. Do something you enjoy, like drawing, listening to music, or reading. The goal isn't to stop feeling emotions. Instead, it's about understanding them and finding healthy ways to respond. Final thoughts. Emotions are part of what makes us human. They can be beautiful, painful, exciting, or confusing, and they are always important. Learning to understand your emotions helps you grow, connect with others, and live a more balanced life. So the next time you feel something, whether it's joy, anger, or anything in between, take a moment to notice it. Your feelings are your guide.
Thanks for listening. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next episode.